Welcome to the Geek Easy, fellow geeks. Let's open a beverage of your choice. This today is another episode of Frightful Fridays, in which I will be reviewing H.P. Lovecraft's Witch House, a movie that came out in 2021. I think it came out on, I think it was Prime. Or maybe Peacock. I can't remember which. Sorry. This is a movie about a woman, graduate student, who is trying to get away from... She's been staying with a female friend because her boyfriend had been beating her up and all that, and she was hiding from him, and she's like, I gotta get somewhere else so he won't find me, and she gets a professor to recommend a house for her to stay at so she can stay away from the guy won't find her. She is working on her doctoral thesis in some really high form of math. I forget exactly which kind, but it's supposed to prove that math can help breach the veil, the connection between dimensions. And so she goes to this house to do her research, and that's basically so she gets, that's the kind of the plot of this movie. So she gets to this house, and no one answers the door. So she just walks in and is met by a very perturbed woman who's like, "What are you doing in my house?" Which I don't blame the woman, but the type in these movies, the very unpleasant person who you got to have that. In these movies, and this is just, okay, fine. There's only one place I have. It's a really nice house. There's only one place I have for you to stay, and that's up in the attic. Fine. So there's her, this very unpleasant woman, her brother that she warns this woman about, who he's harmless. He loves Jesus and his whiskey, but he's harmless. Right, and he's a creepy motherfucker. And then the woman's niece, who seems to be the only normal person in the house. Well, they go out, she goes up, and the niece helps, and they clear out the attic, and this woman starts doing her research. Oh, yeah, and there's also, there's a little bit of a section at the beginning, I'm sorry that I didn't mention this, about somebody, I guess he was a wizard or somebody, who was having a ceremony to contact the devil. And it was him communing with the devil. Okay, and there's also a little subplot of kids being kidnapped. Missing kids. So you see Alice, and I think the name is aptly, was picked on purpose, due to, down the rabbit hole, going into other realities, because that's what this thing is about, is her using math to prove her theory that you can find connections to other dimensions. And in her research, she finds out that there's this house has a very dark past. Murders, some missing children, reputedly involved with this house. And of course, she's just like, whatever. And she's developing this relationship with the niece. And during her research, she starts having these really trippy, kind of like acid dreams, despite the fact that she doesn't take drugs. These really weird dreams or visions of these really creepy witches and sacrifices and people getting coming into the house, but she's just like, I'm so close to finding things out and proving my point. And because you can't just have someone be smart and have that stuff happen and go, okay, I'm out, I'm gone, see ya. That'd be the end of the movie. So you can't really have that type of stuff. But that being said, there is sort of a reasonable reason why she doesn't just say, I'm out, see ya. But it is a very kind of well done movie. I mean, in the sense that it's kind of a slow burn, and at first she thinks they're just dreams, and she's just having nightmares due to possibly what she's researching or whatever. And things slowly kind of progress and increase. And then she begins to think they're a little real. And by this point, she has to kind of do something to stop it because of what's happened to her. It's not super suspenseful, but it is kind of well done. And there's got a good tense atmosphere to it as the more goes along, and kind of creepy. The acting in this isn't going to get anyone nominated for awards, whether that be Oscars or Razzies, but they're pretty good. You're not rolling your eyes. It doesn't take you out of the story. The actors do a good job. You can tell they have a bit of a limited budget due to some of the effects in the violence and some of the stabbing scenes and blood scenes. There's cutaways, and then some of the blood stuff is obviously not at the high quality movie levels, but they all can't be fantastic. Nothing that will distract you, take you out of the movie. But overall, I'd say this is just a fun, I don't want to say mid-level because it's, it's not going to, reach the heights of some of the big, horror movies. And it's not going to be, this, and it's nowhere near a so bad that it's good movie. It's actually good. Kind of a solid, low-budget movie that just is entertaining and worth the watch as far as I'm concerned. So I'd give it, a 4 out of 5? 4 even out of 5? And say, yes, it was worth the watch, worth the time. It's only about an hour 20, hour 30. So it's not going to take, a lot of time out of your day if you don't happen to like it. But I say, yeah, it's worth worth the shot. Give it a view, especially if you like, witch movies and kind of alternate reality type of stories. It's a solid, solid movie. So I do recommend it. And if you've seen it, let me know in the comments below what you thought of it. Like, subscribe, possibly share, and enjoy your horror movies.